We can get back to all that. Right now, we do have our guest on the line. I know that she's been waiting to come on. Melissa from Yellow Brick Road Auctions, the owner, operator, yellowbrickroadauctions.com. It's a great website, and we had her on once before. The internet was not our friend that day. I'm assuming and hoping that everything is good today. It looks like it is.
Sure.
So let's welcome Melissa to the show. Melissa, how are you?
Good. Hey, Seth and Chris. How are you guys doing?
Good.
Can you hear me?
Yes, much better.
We wanted to have you on again to kind of get the lowdown on what you do, because I think it's a very cool website. I think it's a very cool idea of what happens. And so explain to people Yellow Brick Road Auctions, what it's all about.
All right. So I've been doing it for 9 years. I opened up my company because I did work for 2 other companies prior to opening my own. So I opened up mine about 3 years ago. And what it is when someone is moving, or they have a parent that passed away, or a parent that's moving into assisted living. Most of my clients are moving to Florida, believe it or not. I sell and liquidate everything in their home. It's done online. So you just go to my website. A new auction goes up every Thursday, and everything from that home that's worth putting on auction is online. I take a bunch of pictures of all of the items, and the bidding starts at only $5 and $10. So it's fantastic for anybody, whether you're a train collector or you're a young person who just got your first home and you need some furniture, or even if you are into cars and motorcycles, because I put cars and motorcycles on auction too. However, when I do a car or a motorcycle, of course, there's a reserve starting bid price. Those don't start at $5 or $10. But it's great. Everything is online. You get to sit from your home, look at everything, look at all the photos, read the description, and then you can place a bid. So I just had an auction close. We were taping from the going live on your time. That auction closed last Thursday, over $9,000.
Wow.
So it's great for the homeowner because they don't do a thing. My staff and I do everything. You just sit there, everything goes online, and then your house is cleared out in one day.
So like right now, Melissa, we're looking, we've got the current auction that you have up right now, and there's just a lot of nice stuff here for like $5 current bid with only 3 days left. So there's, as an example, there's some really good buys to be had right now, correct?
Correct. Now that auction is a little different. I do all sorts of auctions. I do your everyday home to mansions, $1 million mansions. A lot of other companies will kind of pick only houses where they make the most money. I don't believe in that. So the auction that's up right now that you're looking at is a smaller auction. It's not a big one. However, if you notice, the first 2 lots do have a reserve set on something, which is the Charlie Daniels signed fiddle. Right. That comes with a certificate of authenticity. So then there's the Charlie Daniels American guitar that he played on stage, and that comes with their certificate of authenticity. So it's really neat because you can find everything. So that auction has everything from the heated porch lights that you go and buy and spend loads of money on. Bidding started at $10 on that.
Wow. So do you get I see the beauty in this is that if you're just like a young kid starting out, you can get out there and buy like this upholstered chair for $10, or you could bid on it and hopefully it stays at $10 and you get a good deal. But at the same time, do you find a lot of people letting collectibles go like the Charlie Daniels fiddle and the guitar?
Oh, definitely. I do a lot of collectibles, especially like Lionel train collectors.
Oh.
Those are really, really big. Those will start at $5 or $10. However, a lot of the bidders wait until the last day of the auction, and they wait to put in their bids on that last day. So you'll see when an auction closes, all those people will jump on and start bidding then. And of course, the price will go higher.
Okay. So Is it like really easy to like log on and like do you have to like put in your credit card information first, or how do you pay for stuff? How does that work?
So all you have to do is hit the register button. And when you hit the register button, you have to come up with a username and password. So always write that down so you remember it. You enter your information, and you do have to enter a valid credit card. The only reason why is because we do not want someone to just be able to bid on an auction and say they buy $500 worth of items and then don't show up to pick it up.
Right.
So you do have to put a valid credit card on file. However, you do not, it's secure. It's very secure. I also am the only company in the United States that verifies all of my new registered bidders. So in other words, if you were to register today, Seth, I am going to get a notification that you registered, and I'm going to call you at the phone number you entered so that you know who I am. I'm a real company. You're not putting in your credit card on some company that you can never get a hold of. And I'm going to talk to you and walk you through the process again, and then just let you start bidding. So it's real easy to register.
Go ahead. No, go ahead, Chris.
Well, I was gonna say, and that eliminates like on eBay where you have the robots that just run the price up too, because in order to be in here to actively bid, you have to already have put in a credit card so that people have to pay if they win the auction.
Right. And you did bring up a good point, as much as I hate to bring it up, but shilling is what it's called in the business, which is illegal. Shilling is when an auction company that is not honest, they have fake bidders that bid against you to try to get your price to go higher. That is illegal in the business. Governor DeWine signed into law last September 15th that every auction firm has to be now licensed and bonded by the state. So when you go on my site, you'll notice on each auction it has my license number. I went and took the 3-hour exam down at Columbus, did the background check, got the surety bond. I will never shill. 2 companies I worked for prior, that's one of the reasons I don't want to be with them.
Okay.
I caught them shilling. I won't say their names. I don't believe in that. But you do have to be careful. I don't know if you ever heard live auctions. A live auction, sometimes that will happen. They'll put plants, we call them plants in the audience, and they're bidding to try to get people go, oh, wait, it must be worth a lot. And that will make their price go higher. But just know it's illegal in the business, and I am very honest. I will not put up with that.
Right. Now, Melissa, let's say like on the screen right now, I have this Pitco fryer that for $10, that's worth a bid there, to get a fryer. That being said, let's just say for the sake of argument, I won this bid. How do I get it? Do you ship it? Do I have to come and get it? Do we make arrangements after the auction? How does that work?
So you'll notice on the first page of every single auction, it tells you when the bidding starts, what day the bidding concludes, and what the required pickup day is. Okay. So you know ahead of time that if you win something from that auction, the title of the auction will tell you the city where the house is located. So you'll know how far you have to drive. And then it tells you what the required pickup day is. Now, I have over 8,721 collectors on my site alone. A lot of them are from out of state. So shipping is available. So if someone, say from San Francisco, wants to bid on that fryer, they know by the shipping information that's listed on the first page that I'll bring that item to UPS, which I use the UPS store in Brecksville, and they pay UPS and the item gets shipped to them. So most people, though, believe it or not, I had a gentleman from Wisconsin. I had some mid-century furniture, which was gorgeous, on an auction a couple of months ago. He actually drove from Wisconsin to pick that up. So there's some people, from Pennsylvania that'll drive here and pick it up. But I had to laugh. The Wisconsin trip was a little longer, but he wanted that badly. And he got it for a great price.
Sure. And I would imagine with the collectible stuff, you might get more of that as well. If it's super, super rare, I don't know, the first guitar that Jimmy Page played at a Led Zeppelin show or something, people might drive from California to pick it up to ensure it doesn't get broken.
Oh, definitely. In fact, I hate to bring it up, but I do a consult. So when someone wants to use me, I go to their home, do a free, no strings attached consult. They show me everything they want to sell, and I approve it. I say, yep, that can go on, or no, I'm sorry, that's a garage sale item, that's not worth it. Well, I just at a gentleman's home, and he had an original Studio 54 poster invitation from when Studio 54 opened in 1977.
Wow.
It's a highly collectible item. So we're looking forward if possibly that's going to be going on auction soon.
Okay.
But, we get a lot of very, very good collectibles. And I think I mentioned before, Irte. Irte is my favorite designer. He was a famous designer in the 1950s. And whenever Irtes go up, those will go for good money because a lot of people will fight for those. But I had 2 Irtes on a past auction, and the gentleman who won them lived in California, and he paid to get them shipped to him.
Okay.
All right. So do you do other stuff like I have around here? I have a box full of fine china that was like my grandmother's china, and I know it's old. I know it's worth money, but I don't know any way to possibly sell stuff like that. Like if people just have stuff that they want to try to auction off or sell, do you do stuff like that, or does it have to be through a home of somebody that is you're cleaning out?
No, what I'll do is if you give me a call, then I'll go to a consult. I'll go to the home and look at what you have, because a lot of people don't know what they have. And let me give you an example. You mentioned china. The 3 highest collectible types of china are Haviland, Limoges, or Noritake.
I have Noritake.
There you go. Noritake is collectible. The other thing is that the millennials today do not use china. No. So china does not sell as well as it did, say, 20 years ago. And the reason why is, I hate to say it, but millennials are a throwaway society. They do not even use china at Christmas. They use paper plates. So it's still collectible, but it also depends on the pattern. If you have a pattern that, even if it's Noritake and it has a bunch of floral on it, might not go as well as, say, the white Noritake with the silver rim. That will sell better because it's more neutral.
Sure. Melissa, is there anything that you won't sell on the site? Like somebody asked in our chat about firearms, and I would think firearms would be one, maybe, rare bottles of wine because it's alcohol and there might be some interstate problems with that. Are there any items that you will not include in an auction?
There are certain items that I won't sell that are illegal. But first of all, I'm legally allowed to sell firearms.
Okay.
So that's not a problem at all. In fact, I have my own ATF agent that I check with every 3 to 5 months.
Okay.
I give them a call down in Columbus because the laws change every so often.
Sure.
So I want to make sure that I'm legal. So I'm legally allowed to sell firearms and do that often. Now, alcohol, you cannot sell.
Okay.
That's illegal for any auction company to sell. The one thing that I have in my personal collection is I'm a Marilyn Monroe lover.
Okay.
So I have the Marilyn Merlot collection, the wine collection.
Nice.
However, that used to be able to be sold, but they did change it because they considered the bottle as the collectible piece.
Okay.
But if it's filled with wine, you can't sell it because it has alcohol in it.
I see.
Yeah, so there are certain rules that you have to follow to know how to do it correctly and legally. And I'm a stickler for that. I'll tell people right away, if I can't sell something, sorry. For instance, ivory. Ivory cannot be sold unless you have a document that proves that you obtained that personally from Africa or from wherever, before they put the ban on ivory.
Okay.
So there's laws to follow in this.
So what if somebody has a room full of like 5-6 foot bongs and glass pipes that they want to sell. Is that considered legal?
That's legal because it can be used for a lot of other things than probably what you're thinking.
Oh, okay.
However, I don't know if a lot of people would buy those, so I may go, that's not worth my time.
I know quite a few people that buy those.
But, hookahs, it's like hookahs. Hookahs, I've seen some beautiful hookahs in the past. Absolute gorgeous, hand painted, some of them hand carved. And that's a hookah. Now, so, yes, but it's a piece that's not meant to just use it for a specific purpose. It was meant for another purpose. That's legal.
Right.
So if people want to get a hold of you to like if they have a home that they want to have cleared out or checked out, how do people get a hold of you?
They can do it two ways. They can either give me a phone call. My phone number is 216-903-6254. 903-6254. Or just Google Yellow Brick Road Auctions. All one word, www.yellowbrickroadauctions.com. And my phone number will be on there. And also the commercial that I have that runs on Channel 5 will be on there.
Excellent.
That's very cool. I mean, I think it's a lot of fun. I mean, what's something like, just give people an idea, like some of the coolest stuff that you've been able to sell.
Oh, okay. Well, I love the ear taste. So what's nice is you can go to my auction site and you can hit the closed auctions. And that allows you to see the prices of what things sold for. So if you look at the auction, anybody who goes on there and you hit the closed auctions, there was one auction that was done in Sagamore Hills. And they had an Eames chair. Charles Eames was a famous designer from the 1950s. He had a chair that he designed called the iconic lounge chair. That is a famous piece of furniture. Highly, highly collectible. When I walked in that woman's home, I almost fell over. She didn't even know that it was an Eames chair. So some people don't know what they have. But that Eames chair went on auction. It started at $10. And that sold for, I think it was $3,775.
Oh, wow.
That is one of the most desired pieces of furniture in the world. Another one would be the tulip table. Tulip table, another famous designer, Euro Saarinen. He actually worked with Eames back in the 1950s and 60s. If that is an original tulip table made by him, that is worth loads of money and highly collectible. But, I did find the Beatles at White album in an attic. That was several years ago. But it was one of the original Beatles White albums, and that sold for a lot of money. So I love it because it's kind of like a treasure hunt. When you go in somebody's house, you really get to see a little bit about that person who owned the home and what they loved. But you also get to see some beautiful historical pieces.
Yeah. See, what I think is cool about this is that, like, I'm an estate sale guy, so is Heather and my daughter, Molly, and we like going to these estate sales. But the problem is I can't really go into a lot of these places now with my leg. It's a pain in the ass for me to walk up and down the stairs, go to the basement, all this kind of stuff. So it's kind of fun to actually just be able to go online, check everything out, and buy some stuff.
Yeah, and what's nice too, I think it's a much better way. It's also not to put estate sale companies down, but think about it. If you needed to do it for your own home, the only people that go to estate sales are people that live close to where that home is located. If you needed everything sold from your house, you want everyone in the United States to be able to see it and to be able to bid on it. Mm-hmm. But what's more important to know is it doesn't mean because it's at someone's home that you cannot come and look at it before you place a bid. It says right on the first page of the auction, anyone who wants to view an item in person prior to placing a bid, please feel free to call Melissa no later than the Tuesday before the auction closes. And then you'll be able to go to the house because, if you want to buy a couch, Sometimes you want to sit in it first, see if it's comfortable, see what the height is. So don't think that you can't look at an item before you put a bid in.
Well, it's very cool, and I appreciate you coming on today, Melissa. YellowBrickRoadAuctions.com, Yellow Brick Road Auctions. It's really cool. I appreciate you coming on. It sounds so much better today. You look fantastic. Everything was great. And I think people should check out this website because I think it's very cool. And get a hold of Melissa if you got a home that you want her to go through the stuff and put it up there. It's a very cool site. So thank you for coming on.
Thank you very much, you guys. Seth and Chris, you guys have a great day.
And thank you for supporting this show as well. And Jim, great job with the camera work today. Good job, my friend. Yay!
And we're just going to add one more thing. Don't forget to yes on issue 1.
All right.
Yes on issue 1. I totally agree with you. A lot of people are very confused about issue 1.
Very confused. Yes.
I want to get somebody on before very long here to talk about that because it's a very confusing issue, and you see so many signs in everybody's freaking yard saying vote no. You have to vote yes on issue 1. You're right.
Yes, we want to save our Constitution and save our Ohio Constitution as well.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much, Melissa.
Thank you. You guys have a great day. Peace.
You too.
You too, Melissa. Bye-bye.
YellowBrickRoadAuctions.com. I think it's a cool site. In fact, I saw a lot of the stuff on there I would buy, without a doubt.
Yeah, I did too. Well, and here's the thing. I didn't say it when she was on, but I will say it. I should have. The difference between going to an estate sale and doing this way, because you go to these estate sales. Most of the time when you go in there, you'll see something cool, but the immediate thought is it won't fit in the car.
Right. Oh, yeah.
And you're done. You're done shopping. If you can order it here and you've got a week to kind of follow your auction and knowing that you can ship it to you, or you've got a week to figure out which buddy has the truck that'll fit it in the back or whatever.
Yeah.
And who can be bribed with beer and pizza to go get it for you. If you have that time, you're way more likely to buy stuff that you actually want. Where I know I've gone to estate sales in the past and I've wanted stuff, but I've been like, yeah, that ain't fitting in the car.
Yeah,
and I leave it and I kick myself.
The other thing is at estate sales, I find myself looking on the phone trying to Google what I'm looking at so I can see what the prices are. And a lot of times they're way overpriced. Mm-hmm. And sometimes you can get a deal. There's no doubt. Sometimes you can get a deal. Sometimes things are half off when you go to these estate sales. But I think this is a much better way of doing it because you can kind of bid. If you don't want it for that price, you don't have to get it for that price. But yeah, I think it's a cool idea.
Well, and dude, look at the prices. I'll put it back on the screen here for a second. Look at the prices on some of this stuff that only has like 3 days left.
Yeah.
If you were a college kid, this chair for $10, that's a steal.
Oh, that's a great deal.
That's a steal for a kid. And like these like this desk, $10 for a desk. If you're in college,
even if the price goes up to $50, you're still getting a deal.
it's still I'll just say it the way it is. It's old, so it's more sturdy.
Yeah,
it's not some piece of IKEA garbage.
Right.
It's a sturdy desk that roll top desk could probably, unless you're jumping on it or something, that thing will last another 100 years.
Yeah.
And it probably is 50 years old.
So, I think it's a very cool concept, and I think it's a good...
It is. Lots of cool knickknacks, lots of cool stuff.
Some Christmas stuff.
I like the fact that she sells guns.
Yeah. What's that blue thing?
This is a Famosa Dareway Kids Ride-On. Let's go to a different picture.
Oh, it looks like one of those...
like a Segway type of deal?
Segway kind of thing for kids?
But it looks like it's more balanced than a regular Segway. It's cut this way for us fat guys so our belly can fit in there.
Yeah. I just rested right on that little lip there, yeah.
But yeah, what does this thing cost? $10?
Is that what it's at right now? There's a bit one
$10.
bid?
Yeah. It retails for $200. See, she even has the retail price on the auction. It retails for $200. Right now it's $10.
Yeah, I like this whole thing. I think it's very cool.
Dude, you might want to seriously bid on this thing.
I was gonna say, yeah, I kind of want to do that.
That could get you around.
I don't know if the weight limit would maybe hold me on something like that.
Come
There's
on,
got to be a weight limit for
That thing's got to take 300 bones. It's got freaking tires on it. It's got tires on it. It's got to be more than you weigh.
Okay, but anything labeled kids ride-on, I'm not sure that it's going to fit somebody like
that's
me.
True. But it does have tires. It's made for rugged terrain anyway. It doesn't really say how much weight it could take, but
no, but I just think it's a cool idea for a website and a cool thing. So yeah, start bidding today. Go there and start get some stuff and then tell me which one.
Yeah, exactly. I may bid on something here after the show. I'm literally looking at like these patio chairs. I never have enough patio chairs. I wouldn't mind for $10, even if this was $50. Looks like there's 20 chairs here.
Yeah.
20 chairs for $50 just to have them? That's a steal.
I once spent like $200 on patio furniture that is not put together properly. Yeah. And if I sit on it, I'm done for.
And it's what, 4 chairs?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is 20 chairs. This is backyard barbecue all day long for $10, $20.
Speaking of barbecue, I got a tank. I'm going to get into that story and more in just a couple of minutes. So let's take a quick break and we'll talk about that more. Right?
All right.
Hang on. Hey, it's Seth. And I appreciate you watching today. And you can make a difference. For just $4.99 a month, you can help save someone's life today. It really does count. Every dollar matters. And you can change someone's life. Not these ridiculous dogs. Those are actor dogs. I'm talking about myself and Chris Aiken. I could barely afford a shave and a haircut or sleeves on a shirt sometimes. We could use your assistance today. Just go to the Odyssey app. Go to the Odyssey website, ODYSEE. Just $4.99 a month can change the world for someone today. Myself and Chris Aiken. We'll give you extra content. We'll give you bonus footage. We'll give you new episodes. Subscribe to the Odyssey channel today. Thank you.
Hey everybody, it's Don Doc, and when I'm feeling nostalgic, I always go to Pinball PA. You gotta go check it out, it's a lot of fun.
Stop what you're doing and start making memories at Pinball PA, located at 2284 Broadhead Road, Suite 10B in Aliquippa, Pennsylvania. We have over 420 video games and pinball machines to play, and all games are set to free play, so no quarters or tokens are needed. Pinball PA is open 6 days a week, and is the best and most affordable entertainment spot in all of Western Pennsylvania. Check out our website at www.pinballpa.com for more details. Come visit Pinball PA today. Initials up.
Guarantees and Signs has become your complete one-stop sign shop. Call Jimmy at 216-299-9344. Their friendly and professional staff can and will help you build your company brand and identity from start to finish. One stop means you get a complete package from one location. Custom logo design, vehicle graphics, banners, t-shirts, storefront marquees, and so much more. Guarantees and Signs, 4883 Turney Road. Call us at 216-299-9344.